सुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Namaskar. I welcome you all on the behalf of Vedic Upasana Peeth's series of Dharmadhara English Satsang, paying obeisance to my Shri Guru, Paratpar Guru, Dr. Jayant Athavale. I begin today's Satsang. Today's topic is, why do our unsatiated ancestors trouble us? Since our last Satsang, we have started the series of Satsang on ancestral problems. We had known about what happens to the Lingadeha after the death of a person in our last Satsang, and today we would get to know about why do our ancestors trouble us if they are not satiated. First, let us examine the different kinds of difficulties that people can experience due to unsatiated ancestors. The distress caused by the unsatiated subtle bodies of our ancestors manifests in many ways in our day-to-day lives. It creates obstacles in both our worldly lives as well as in sadhana, that is spiritual practice. Initially, one or few members of the family face some distress due to unsatiated ancestors, but if proper remedies are not made for their sadgati, then they start troubling all the members of the family, and then it may seem that the entire family has a dark cloud over it, and various family members undergo different kinds of problems despite all efforts to overcome them. The difficulties that are created due to unsatiated ancestors come in various forms, like inability to get married, marital disharmony, difficulty in conceiving a child, miscarriages, addictions. Approximately 90% of the addictions are due to unsatiated ancestors. Going blank in examination despite being well prepared, falling sick during every important examination, losing one's job, career instability, bearing mentally challenged children or children requiring special needs, death in childhood, long-lasting legal disputes, etc. happen when the distress by the ancestors is coupled with other major spiritual causes such as destined possible death, and it cannot happen solely on account of distress of ancestors. While the problems that have been mentioned may be a strong indication of ancestral problems, but only a saint or a guru can tell with certainty the root cause of a problem. Although at an intellectual plane, we could use two rules of thumb to decide if the cause of the suffering is spiritual in nature. First being that all remedies adopted to solve the problems have failed. This is especially so when the problem should be easily treated by modern sciences, such as in case of a skin rash, chest pain, etc. Secondly, a number of family members, that is 4 out of 5, are suffering due to any of the problems that was mentioned before. The reason that all the family members get affected is that they all have the same common ancestors. Now the question arises, why would my departed loved ones and my other ancestors want to give us pain? This is a question that is very commonly asked. People think of their near and dear ones who have passed away and find it unimaginable that they would deliberately cause them problems in life. The ancestors trouble their descendants due to two main reasons: unfulfilled desire and the inability to move on in their afterlife and attain a higher positive region or sub-region. The ancestors also trouble if their desires are unfulfilled during the time of death. In this case, ancestors trouble us as they have unfulfilled desires. These desires can include anger directed at descendants who do not use their inheritance in accordance with the ancestors' wishes. Similarly, ancestors who have an attachment to the family and still wants things to be done their way also trouble us. Ancestors who are addicted to some physical desires, such as cigarettes, drugs, sex, food, etc., take advantage of the remaining give and take account between them and their descendants to possess their descendants and fulfill their desires. Instead of troubling others, departed ancestors trouble their descendants with whom they may have a give and take account, and this is because the bond between the blood relations is the strongest. In our upcoming Dharmadhara satsangs, we would know few more aspects of ancestral problems. Today, with these words, I end my talk paying gratitude unto my Guru's lotus feet. Namaskar and Jaitu Hindu Rashtraam. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnata Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashish